Were you a precocious child? I mean, what was it about you that your mother said, I'm going to make this girl a film star?
She didn't say that. She said, when I was 2½, I had so much energy and wouldn't take a nap that she put me in a neighborhood dancing school that was less than 2 miles from our house. And I would work out there, you know, and learn the rumba and all these tango. And
At 3?
yeah, 2½I started.
2½,
Yeah.
the rumba.
Yeah, sure.
Do you know most people
I thought
never
everybody
mastered?
did these things, you know.
Yeah.
But it was mainly to get rid of the energy. And I was discovered at the dancing school by a producer, in quotes. I mean, he wasn't a great producer. He was a very cheap producer. It was part of a lot in Hollywood called Poverty Row, where they made little 1-reel and 2-reel.
And what was the
films.
first movie called?
I was Morleg's Sweet Trick. It was the sexiest I ever was in the rest of my whole career.
Morleg's Sweet Trick.
Takeoff on Marlene Dietrich, you see. We did takeoffs on adult movies of the day.
Still wearing your nappies?
Yeah, nappies, and then a beautiful hat and a beautiful blouse or something. And my mother made all those costumes. There were 30 little children all together, 30 of us between the ages of 3 and 5. And this producer, in quotes, separated the children from our mothers, so the mothers didn't know what went on. So it was pretty rugged, a pretty tough time. Being a starlet was difficult. I was a starlet from 3½ to 5 years of age. In the old days, they had one sound box on the stages to mix the sound. You know, they were black and they were on big rubber wheels and had a little narrow window way up high. Well, when we misbehaved, they had 2 sound boxes on our set. One of them had a big cake of ice in it. And when any of us misbehaved, we were sent one by one into the black box to cool off and think about it, in the dark, with the door closed. I got a lot of earaches, I got a lot of styes, I got a lot of problems from that. I was in the box several times. But the lesson was, time is money, and it's work, not play. And I learned that before I became a star.
Now, a lot of your success came during the Depression. I quoted at the beginning of the show, Roosevelt quoting about how you cheered up the nation. You also saved 20th Century Fox from bankruptcy, didn't you?
I think so.
Yeah. Well, were they suitably remunerative to you? I mean, did they?
No, they didn't treat me terribly well that way. But I didn't know what I was getting anyway, so it didn't matter. I got my allowance, and I made up for it. I made up for it. I rented my pony to the studio for a movie.
You're shrewd.
I rented my dog.
Boy.
When we built a wall at our house and there was cement, I made cement pies in pie tins and sold them to the tour bus that came by. Yeah, and if it had my handprint in it, it was $5. And in those days, you know, that was really a lot of money.
Goodness me. Did you stay in charge of your money then?
Just that money, but then my mother, someone snitched on me and told her what I was doing out in front. And she brought me in. And
Did you make a fortune out of acting? Did you have a lot of money at the end of it all?
I didn't find out till I was 22. 21 came and went, because no one would give me a straight answer then. When I was 22, I asked my dad, who was my manager, business manager, and he had a partner. I said, you know, how much money do I really have? Because I really want to take care of my own money. Well, out of the $3,200,000 that I had earned from everything, doll sales and books and clothing and so forth, I had $44,000 left in a trust account. And I wasn't upset. I was shocked. My mother was very shocked. But I didn't blame my dad because my father left school right after the 7th grade and didn't have the education, and then people counseled him very poorly.